So in this video, I am doing some updates to some wigs. The first one I'm going to do is this, which I'm going to tell you right now is legit one of my favorite wigs ever. And I do want to get her in a bunch of other colors because I'm obsessed with this wig for a lot of reasons. So this is Miss Shayna. She's from Sensational. I have her in the color dark ash blonde ombre. This is a lace part wig. It's not a lace front, and she's heat safe up to 350 to 400 degrees. I don't know why I'm telling you that because I already have a full review on her, blah blah blah. So this is the wig. I do want to get her in, like, she comes in a bunch of ash blondes and ash grays, so I do actually want to get her in like all these colors. I want her in all these colors basically. The only color I don't want her on is the red and the copper ombre and the denim. But the rest of them, yeah. I have worn her a bazillion times. I actually wore her and slept in her twice. She did get pretty ratty, but combing her out was so easy. Like for sleeping in her 2 times, which you shouldn't sleep in your synthetic wigs. But sometimes when you're doing a sleepover with someone and they've never seen you without a wig, it makes you freak out. So I did sleep with her. Yeah, I did slept with her. She does need to be washed just because I can smell that I slept in her. But when I combed her out, I'm just saying the texture's the same. She came out really nicely. I've worn her so many times because she's at lace parting. I find her to be easier to wear. Some people like lace parting, some people don't. She is a thick wig, like, so in general, right now it's 80 something degrees here, which is funny because in most of my videos I'm like, oh, it's the coldest. So for where I live, it goes from like 0 degrees to 100. She's too heavy for that. So that's one thing I'm telling you. This is not a summer wig. Don't try it. Don't play it. You'll be sweating in a way that you don't want to. So, but I love her. I'll get her in a bunch more colors. I 100% suggest her. If I can sleep in her 2 freaking nights, comb her out, and she still looks the same, I mean, that's a miracle. Miracle. So she's a keeper. Next up, I have another Sensational wig that's in that same Empress lace parting wig collection. I have a full review on her. This is Tasha, and she's in the color T427. I've worn her a lot. She's the only wig I have that is this full 27 color and ombre in with a number 4 root, because you know how I feel about a number 4 root, and with this color you need it or it looks ridiculous. I've worn her quite a bit. I love a 27. Like, she's not clipped in or anything. I wore her out. I mean, I've worn her a lot and I love her. She's a keeper, and I would suggest her even in some of the other colors. So she comes in some really cool looking colors. I did want her in, I think originally I wanted her in this emerald color. I'd really like to see what this T4613 would look like. She has really lasted for me quite a bit, and I think she looks cute. So I would suggest her. I would especially suggest her if you really love that number 27 and you want really a wig that's like a full 27. I think this is your girl. Okay, the next 2 wigs are going to be from Modell, and it's going to be their lace parting, invisible parting type wigs. This one is Buena. She's a deep invisible part wig. I do have a full review on her. She's in the color SOP 43027. So you can see she's mostly a number 4. She's got a little bit of 30 and then the 27 highlights, which I really love. You will see her again in a video seeing whether or not she is a Valentino dupe. I do find that Modell and Free Tress, whether they're going back and forth, they do tend to have very, very similar wigs. I've actually found it in a few of them where I'm like, wow, this is exactly like a Free Tress wig. Because I feel like the next one, I'll tell you, I think has a Free Tress dupe or vice versa. But anyway, I do really like this wig, and you're going to hear a lot more about it in that other video. I do suggest her, especially with the coloring. She'd be really easy work wig. I think this is a better wig for you if your natural hair texture isn't sort of like a yucky or a coarse or a textured hair. If you do have finer hair, I think this would mock your hair a little bit better. And that pro is also a con because she does want to get a little shiny. I don't know if she was in a different color or a lighter color, if that would be the case. But she does want to be a little bit shiny. And because she has a silkier texture, she is going to need attention in terms of not tangling. But the curl pattern lets it be so that as long as you're not doing what I'm doing, which is like if you just do this and you brush it and you make it where you want it and you let it be, see, it'll be. But if you're going like this, blah, 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 you know, tossing around, dancing around, that might tangle her a little bit. But she doesn't seem difficult to untangle. So I do like her. I will continue to wear her. And again, I'm going to show you her again in another video. There's a little humpage here just from being in the package. That's easy to remedy. You just put it on the wig head for a little bit, or, you know, just take your little curl and barrel or curl and iron or flat iron or whatever to it. I prefer to kind of just put it on the wig head and let it sit because it will stretch out, especially if you put it inside out. So that's Buena, and I like her. I would suggest her, especially for the price. You can see the full review on her, but she's definitely under $20, so. Okay, last up I have Miss Alphine Meadow, which is one of my favorite wigs. And I have her in the color OH701. She is a lace front with a hand-tied lace parting. I really, really love this wig. You can see the full review. She does remind me of Free Tresses Danity, so I do want to see if they are related or not. I have some pluses and I have some minuses with this wig. I actually still love her no matter what the minuses. The minuses aren't minuses for me, but they may be minuses for you. So she is a light yaki texture, which I think is great. This hair coloring, I feel like you just don't see that as much in wigs, so that's a complete plus for me. For some people, they may not really like this heavy, chunky, sort of, you know, early 2000s. I like it, you know, but that's coming in my vibe. The coloring makes me feel spring, but she is thick. I mean, this is all the hair to the front, but it is yaki and it is thick and it is hot. So I would say she's more spring or fall, depending on where you live. I live in northern Pennsylvania, so we have all of the seasons. So I would rock her more in the spring until it got a little hotter, and then rock her into that fall, into the winter even. She does want to tangle a little bit and get a little ratty at the ends. Now, trimming her up would just do fine, and with these pretty layers, trim her up even to like this length, and it would still be super cute. So, but this I don't think is a wig for someone that you're gonna want to wear this like day in and day out and day in. If so, you just understand that it's not gonna stick around for very long, maybe a few weeks. I mean, she's in that $20 range, so it's fine. But just know that, you know, it is what it is. But I love this wig. I'm not getting rid of her. I'm keeping her. I love this coloring. You know, I'm a sucker for a 27, and that's what this sort of like orangey brassiness is. And I've worn her a lot. I've worn her quite a bit. And if you follow me on Instagram, which sometimes I don't really talk about Instagram too much, so if you follow me on Instagram, which is Tia Maria Everyday, I do post a lot of in-between type pictures. So when I'm actually wearing these and going different places or whatever, you'll see them more in action if you follow me on Instagram. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you have, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.